Hello, iridescent soul. Welcome to today's reading. Today, we are going to have a timeless pick a card reading, and we will be looking at the next 2 weeks. So, don't worry, once again, this is a timeless reading. So, this may apply to you whenever you come across this video. So, we have four groups today. We have group one, group two, group three, and group four. So, feel free to pause the video and take some time to choose the group that resonates with you. Hello, everyone who chose group number one. Welcome to your timeless reading. So, this is what's going to happen for you in the next 2 weeks. So, I feel like the next 2 weeks are going to be um, pretty nostalgic. I feel like you are going to be missing either a person or a situation that you were once in. I am seeing some reminiscing kind of energy, something that feels a little bit nostalgic. And I feel like you are going to be um, thinking a lot about this person or this situation and, kind of wishing that you were out of this little lull and in this either situation or with this person. And I feel like the next 2 weeks, you are going to be picking yourself out of this energy. So while you have this like underlying feeling, I do see that, you're going to try to get out of it. And I feel like you're going to be trying to, I don't want to say escape, more like you are going to be like digging yourself out of this like little nostalgic hole and into this world of creation. And I feel like you're going to be just reconnecting with yourself. I feel like maybe you kind of stopped your spiritual practice, but over the next couple of weeks, you are going to feel a lot more inspired to begin again, to start. Maybe journaling more or meditating more. I see that you are going to be getting into some kind of craft or just getting deeper into your work. So I am seeing here that, though you might feel a little off, maybe it's not your week, it's not your vibe. I do see that you're going to try to reconnect with yourself through the actions that you take and the things that you do. And I am seeing that by the end of this 2 weeks, I feel like you are just going to start feeling more aligned with yourself once again. You are going to feel a lot better about your situation. You are going to be more focused on the present. You are seeing that you are making magic, okay? And I feel like the next 2 weeks, like once the next 2 weeks comes to an end, you are just going to feel so refreshed and like a brand new person. So I feel like, the reason for this is, the reason for this sort of like lull or this feeling of nostalgia is to kind of recenter you once again with who you are today and where you are right now. It's kind of like, this push from the universe to recoup and find yourself once more, because I feel like maybe you've just been getting lost in the sauce or just so distracted with so many different energies around you, so many different events. And I feel like you kind of just really need this time for yourself to start feeling better. And I do see that by the end of this next 2 weeks, you are just going to feel so much more refreshed. So I do have an oracle card for you. So you have the crown chakra. So I am really seeing here that this is all about you and coming into alignment with yourself, finding that perfect alignment from the root chakra all the way to your crown chakra. And I do feel like, again, you're just going to feel this sense of like relief and also a bit of pride, to be honest. But I don't say pride like in a negative way, but more like just proud of yourself for, getting yourself out of that little slump and feeling proud of, just how far you've come along in your journey. So, this is what I am seeing for you, group number one. This is the next 2 weeks for you. Thank you so much for joining me in today's reading. I hope to catch you next time. Hello, group number two. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me today. This is going to be the next 2 weeks for you. So, I see that, the next 2 weeks might be a bit testing for you. I feel like, you've kind of like had it up to here with the energy that you've just kind of been in. I feel like you have been working really hard in trying to protect your peace, but I feel like, your patience is also kind of running out. So I am seeing here that you are going to begin to realize what serves you and what does not. And I feel like you are going to be walking away from things that kind of hinder you from growth, things that kind of dim your light. Okay, it's interesting here that we have like, some fire, like a small bowl of fire. In the water, and this person is walking towards the sun. And I feel like this is going to be like the overall energy for the next 2 weeks for you. I do want to say though that the universe does have a an important message for you, that as you choose to take a different path, it's important for you not to fall into temptation of falling into maybe bad habits, or giving yourself excuses, because I feel like with the energy that you have with this spread, I do feel like there's it's like you kind of just want to be free from the feelings of like discomfort and impatience, and because you are walking away from this feeling or from this situation, there is a tendency I see for you to kind of like fall into a bad trap, fall into temptation basically. So I feel like it's very important that you take time to reconsider what it is you want and what it is that you are walking away from, in order to see like the bigger picture of things, and in order to see like you know what you are actually moving towards. And I feel like it's also important to mention that, even though there is some tension, or, just a lot of like, it almost feels like an exasperated kind of feeling. Even though there are feelings of that, just know that this too shall pass, okay? And that you have what it takes to bring yourself out of this. I feel like just some time of isolation might be good for you. And I do feel like, just rediscovering your purpose is something that's going to help you a lot. So I'm going to pull out an oracle card for you. So you have specialness. Okay, I feel like you have been feeling underappreciated, maybe with the work that you do, or maybe it's a relationship that you're in. I do feel like you're not being given the recognition that you deserve, and I feel like that is why you are kind of running out of patience, and it's making you want to like, you know, seek that recognition or maybe validation elsewhere. So that is why the universe is trying to help you, you know, through this message by guiding you towards really thinking about what it is that you are moving towards, or what it is you want to move to. Because again, I am seeing that there is some temptation here to escape from this, but I do want to let you know that all that glitters isn't gold. And it's interesting because we have like the stars here, and we also have stars around like the devil card here. So again, all that glitters isn't gold. So it's very important that you kind of reconsider and reassess before you take the next steps. So this is what I am seeing for you, group two. Thank you for tuning in with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope to catch you next time. Hello, group three. Welcome to your pick a card reading. This is what the next 2 weeks has in store for you. So I am seeing here with, two major arcana cards that this is going to be a pretty big week for you. It's going to be significant. 2 weeks, rather. It's going to be a significant next 2 weeks for you. I feel like there are going to be major events, major connections that you are going to come across. I do feel like, there is some sort of partnership in your life, either currently or that's going to come into your life. That will be highlighted over the next 2 weeks. And I see that plans are being made here with the Two of Wands. I feel like, there is plans maybe for a trip or maybe like for some sort of vacation or celebration. Um, but I do see that this celebration has a lot to do with this partnership. So maybe it could be like an anniversary or just like a surprise, or like maybe, yeah, like just a party, some event that's going to um, unite two energies together. And I am seeing here with the Hierophant, this could even be like a marriage or a proposal, but I do see that, this union is ascending. I do see some sort of like ascension or elevation in this union. So this could even be a promotion, but I do see that the next 2 weeks are going to be a pretty eventful one and a very significant one for you, group three. And, whatever plans that you have, um, while you are, maybe while you're thinking about what plans to make over the next 2 weeks, write them down. These are plans that I feel the universe is urging you to do or to. I guess, experience, because I feel like the universe is definitely in support of this. I do see that these plans have the potential to manifest in really positive ways, okay? Especially since we have like the Lovers and the Hierophant. I get really good energy from these cards in this spread. So I have an oracle card for you, group three, and you have Mountains. So I am seeing here what is really speaking to me about this oracle card are really like the peaks of these mountains. So I do feel like, there is definitely like something in your life that is going to be elevated. I feel like you're going to be reaching some sort of climax or something like that. I do see a lot of like good energy. Things are going in an upwards trajectory. Things are going your way. Things are working out for you. And the next 2 weeks is just going to be significant. It's going to be fun and it's going to be major. So, this is what I am seeing for you over the next 2 weeks, group three. Thank you for joining me in today's reading, and I hope to catch you next time. Hello, group four, the last but not the least group for this pick a card reading. So, welcome to your reading. This is what you can expect for the next 2 weeks. So, I am seeing that over the next couple of weeks, you are going to want to isolate yourself a little bit. I feel like you are really just, kind of going through your own moods, you're going through your own situation. And I feel like this is, kind of like recharging you. I feel like this is what your soul really needs right now, because I am seeing that energy, a lot of energy is going to be pushing you forward soon after the next 2 weeks. And that's why I feel like the next 2 weeks for you is just going to be like, you doing your own thing. I feel like you're going to be getting into a routine. And I feel like this routine has a lot more to do with like self care or um, something that requires like isolation. And I feel like this center or like the focus of this is really all about you. And I feel like this is something that your soul really craves, because after the next 2 weeks, I know that this was supposed to be a reading about the next couple of weeks, but for you, group four specifically, I am seeing that there is something bigger that's going to happen after the next 2 weeks. And I do feel like this is a lot of new energy coming in and pulling you towards something that you have been waiting for, something that you've been hoping for. I see that with the Ten of Pentacles, there's going to be a lot of celebration, a lot of reunions, and a lot of like stability. So, if you have been worrying about your finances, I do see that after this next couple of weeks, you are going to be in a more like financially stable and abundant, um, energetic state. And I do feel like, this is something that is going to be very exciting for you. So, I have an oracle card for you, and here it is pedestal. So what this oracle card tells me is that this is the next 2 weeks for you is all about you putting yourself on this pedestal, you rising up and realizing your own self-worth. And I feel like the next 2 weeks is just for you to kind of sit through um, how you're feeling, and just being comfortable with yourself, because again, once you are at this top, or once you put yourself on this pedestal, your whole vibrational frequency changes. And because of that, there's a lot more new energy coming in. And I do see that this energy is going to be a lot. And I mean that in a good way, because I see a lot of blessings coming in for you. So, again, as we can see here with the Ten of Pentacles, there's a lot going on, a lot of kids, a lot of pentacles, a lot like, it just seems like a whole party or a whole celebration. So, I am seeing that the next 2 weeks, they're going to be a bit slow, and you might want to keep a lot to yourself, and just know that that is completely fine. I respect that. I encourage that. The universe is in support of that. But I do see specifically for you, group four, that after the next 2 weeks, there's going to be a lot of new energy and new blessings coming in. So this is what I am seeing for you, group four. Thank you for joining me in today's pick a card reading. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye.